There is no need. Hi BookTube, it's Marianne at We Last Read a Book, and today I have my December book haul part 1. I've got 15 books that I hauled over the month of December, and some were gifted to me for Christmas. Some of them were gifted just because people are really kind souls, and some of them I bought myself. So let's just dive in, shall we? So the first book I have is Up Close and Personal by Catherine Freeman, and this is a contemporary romance and it fits the whole bodyguard trope, but instead of being the female actress and the male bodyguard protecting her, it is vice versa. It is a male actor and a female bodyguard. So while the trope's been done to death, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the vibe switched up a bit. Next book I have is We Just Clicked by Annabelle, and this is a fake romance vibe. They are posing as a couple for Instagram purposes, which ends up evolving into an actual relationship. So again, a trope that's been done, fake dating, but I'm a sucker for it. The next book I have is The Simple Wild by Kay Tucker. This is another contemporary romance that centres around the character of Calla, who finds out that her dad is unwell and goes back home to Alaska. So she meets the pilot who keeps her dad's company, like charter plane company, afloat, and he's obnoxious, he's rude, kind of standoffish, and he pretty much views her as this city girl who can't cope in the wilderness and just writes her off from the get-go, and she ends up trying to prove him wrong. So I'm super looking forward to reading this. The next two books I have are part of a series. So it is The Duke and I by Julia Quinn and The Viscount Who Loved Me by Julia Quinn, and these are the first two books in the Bridgerton series. Now, I am rereading the Bridgerton series after watching the actual TV series on Netflix. Originally when I read these books I had borrowed them, so I thought I'm going to buy my own fresh copies, plus these covers are so much cuter than the originals. No offence to whoever illustrated / designed Julia Quinn's original. The whole of the Bridgerton series is set around the 8 Bridgerton siblings. Their place in society, their relationships. These are set in the 1800s, so very much high society. People are trying to marry off their daughters. And The Duke and I are based around the characters of Simon and Daphne, who do the whole fake dating situation and end up with a happily ever after, and it's super cute. Wee bit of a trigger warning. While the falling in love situation is cute, there is a scene in this book that depicts marital rape. If that is something that's going to make you feel really uncomfortable, then I would possibly watch the series instead if you would rather watch it unfold in a more palatable fashion. In the series, it's more of a grey area rather than blatant kind of marital rape that happens in the book, but I'll discuss consent and romance in the future, because it is a subject that really gets on my wick, as I had previously discussed in the wrap up where I was talking about Credence by Penelope Douglas. The Viscount Who Loved Me is based on the eldest of the Bridgerton siblings. His name is Anthony, and he ends up involved in a sort of hate to love romance, but I will be coming back to talk about the series at some point soon. So the next book I have is The Miniatureist by Jessie Burton, set in 1600s Amsterdam, where the main character, I believe her name is Nella, gets married, and as a wedding gift her husband gifts her a miniature version of their own home that they're going to be living in, and they hire a miniaturist who is going to make the furniture and everything for inside this tiny little house. And the main character starts to become aware of mysteries within the house that she's trying to investigate, and that they might all be in danger. So it's historical fiction with an element of magical realism, I believe. This has been on my Amazon wish list for ages, and I actually ended up finding it in a Poundland. So I was going to pay like £7 for this in paperback, and I got the hardback for £1. So that was a welcome find. Guinea pigs, will you shut up? The final book I have in this part is The Botanist Daughter by Kate Nunn. The book is a dual timeline historical novel. You have the present day character of Anna, and you have the historical character Elizabeth, whose story is told in sort of late 1880s. And her father is a botanist, and she goes to find this rare plant that her dad has been searching for like forever. And Alex finds a diary in the present day, which I assume is Elizabeth's diary, and she is going to go and follow the path that Elizabeth followed and sort of live out her story in the present day. I love a dual timeline, and I'm really looking forward to reading this. So that is the last of the first half of this haul. So I will be back to give you the second half. Take care, happy reading, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I'll speak to you later. Bye!